we had an unwritten rule. When you were in the rear with the gear, I wouldn't really say too much about what they did. If they wanted to smoke a little marijuana or drink some alcohol or some beer or whatever, because they're back to relax or whatever, I didn't say much.
But it wasn't just using drugs to get high, it was
just trying to deal with the reality of it, maybe trying to deal with your fear.
Drinking was the worst thing that we had. We had guys passed out in the middle of a field. They were laying in the road, passed out. Booze was worse than the drugs. And the biggest drugs in 67, 68, when I was there, was marijuana.
A lot of people, including myself, smoked a little weed over there when we felt that we were safe to do so. I think the heroin and the hard stuff, I think that was confined more to your larger bases, your rear areas near bigger cities. And plus, I think a lot of that was later on after I was back in the States.
A lot of those guys were on drugs before they came into service. They were used to that cheap heroin. But when they went to Vietnam, Thailand, the heroin was much more potent.
And Vietnamese was selling it to the soldiers. And that was their way of corrupting us. And if you used it, I never used it, but I encountered people that did. I was the head of my team. If you're on drugs, you're gone. You're history.
It's like you passed an invisible signpost. You passed out there, no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing. My life depends on you being 100% functional. And if you're woozy and dopey, you could have caused me to have my throat cut. And so if we found anybody out there in the field using drugs, whatever, they got big time trouble. And one of the big time troubles we put them in is we made them walk point, which is one of the most dangerous jobs out there. You'd be surprised how it changes your attitude when you have to walk point a few times.
Thanks for watching. For more stories like this, consider subscribing to this channel. Videos like this are only possible because of viewers like you. Learn how you can support this channel in the video's description.